just ask, before we even get into the implications and what are they doing to fix it, surely this isn't across the board. It isn't like anyone right now, if you call someone on FaceTime, this will happen, right? Is it isolated cases?
No, it was everyone. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Well, that is terrible.
You're trying to defend.
Terrible.
Yeah.
It was,
has it been patched?
So it's
so we
not
can't do
patched.
it now?
No, you can't do it now.
Okay.
What they ended up doing was I pulled up the server listing for Apple. They shut down the server for group FaceTime. This is a bug with group FaceTime.
Oh,
right?
not individual
Okay.
FaceTime.
So
who's using that anyway, right?
Well, the way to
Probably way more people than you think.
the way to they shut it down last night. So the way to you might not use group FaceTime, but what you could do to spoof it was you would make a FaceTime call to someone. So I call you on FaceTime.
Yep.
Your phone, you don't answer it. Your phone is, ringing, whatever, even with the lock screen on. And then I swipe up and I add myself as a second caller. Oh. And then when I swipe down, it thinks that you've kind of answered, so it starts letting me listen to your audio. Yeah. And
who knows what I'm doing in that moment? There's a reason I didn't accept his call.
Usually
That's
you're saying
terrible.
something like, why is this person calling me? I don't want to talk. The better part was if you accidentally press the volume button to kind of silence the call, it would also allow the camera to activate.
Oh my God.
Are there screenshots floating on the internet?
There's actually a video of one girl making it work in I think it was a shop or something. But yeah, I've tried it since then, since they shut down the actual group FaceTime server. Yeah. Doesn't work anymore. There's a notification on Apple's status for their various servers and functions, and it says FaceTime's offline, group FaceTime's offline.
Oh, incredible.
You could still make regular FaceTime calls. It's not an issue there. But, I mean, something like this is just, after Apple went out and had that huge ad talking about at CES.
Privacy.
Right.
Trolling everyone.
The billboards.
Yeah.
Fair to say, Apple needed this like it needed a hole in the head.
I mean, was this a bug that someone created, or someone figured out they could exploit it? Like, what's in your as much as we know right now? Yeah, what's the status of this? Was it a bad build, or did someone go in and rejigger this?
Someone found a vulnerability.
So, yeah, and what happens is when you make code is all made by people. So there's going to, regardless of how careful you want to be when you make code for something, there's always going to be an error. And there's hackers that try to knock around inside there. So basically, this
specific sequence had a vulnerability that they hadn't gotten to before. Okay.
So that's, and that's with every computer system.
It's not like someone hacked Apple and then created this. Yeah,
they just managed to find something that was an issue, and then they said, oh, this is interesting.
I thought it was rich Jack Dorsey coming out today.
Yes, did you see Dorsey's tweet?
On Twitter.
He just retweeted it, and Dan will show it, basically saying, hey, stop using FaceTime.
It's like, you could also stop using Twitter, too, right? Then your life might be better.
It's a low blow.
Twitter is a mutated cesspool, so there's really no reason to,
The vulnerability with Twitter is Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter exists. That's its problem.
The bug is Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't think that this is, it's obviously a bad issue for Apple. This isn't something that you should take lightly when you do something.
This is a major issue. Here's the Jack celebratory victory lap of, a chance to distract everyone from Twitter's problems. Disable FaceTime for now.
The phrase,
Thanks, Jack.
The phrasing of this tweet is like the way that like a 60-year-old would tweet when they see the news on air. Yeah, they're like, you must disable, right? Tech tips from Jack Dorsey.
Yeah, I mean, and nothing for nothing, but Apple isn't exactly letting Nazis on their website, giving them
well, some could say this is a worse problem. I mean, are you more worried about a service that you enjoy, but occasionally there are really bad harassers and trolls?
Occasionally.
Or, frequently, whatever. Or your phone, your ultimate device that's with you at all times, could be activated and someone could hear what you're doing without you choosing.
I think when you look at so they're separate issues, but when you look at the response, right? Twitter has done virtually nothing, right? They'll say that they have till they're blue in the face, but the issues with Twitter still exist. With Apple, they realized there was an issue, and they shut down their own service to make sure they could do it.
You're right. All right, Dan Howley, we got to move on. Thanks so much.